totally original Let's Play. Whoa!
What?
Holy shit, everyone.
What's wrong?
We're back.
Oh no, we're back.
Yeah.
We can never escape.
Yeah.
Cyclical.
Exactly.
Cyclical
You're
Valkyria
here.
hell.
You're here for the rest of your fucking life, dude.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Oh, am I?
Was that in the contract I did not sign?
Oh yeah, so you get to decide that. Oh, okay. Oh. Did you read that part about how I get to fuck you in the ass? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was part of it. Yeah. Oh no. No, you don't get to do that.
Are you retroactively adding that to the contract?
Is for this joke, yes.
By way of joke?
There was no contract. The jig is up, guys.
Only the good buddy contract.
The jig is up. There actually was no contract.
What did I sign?
Yeah, that was the waiver.
Oh, okay.
So you can't sue me.
Wow, I'm glad that you had that in there.
Yeah.
Because it would have been way too tempting
To sue me?
to sue you.
Yeah, I know.
There's so many times when I've been like, God, I got a real hankering
Yeah.
to just take all his money.
Dude, I'm really good about that.
Making people want to sue you?
No. Making sure that people can't sue me. Or if they
Oh.
do sue me, that they lose before they even begin.
Good job.
It's kind of like,
Commendable.
well, it's because I watched so much goddamn Judge Judy.
I know, dude. You
So-
know, I really thought that her show got more interesting when she started calling it Goddamn Judge Judy.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Like, you probably know the answer to this, but I'm still gonna do it anyways, okay? I'm gonna paint a scenario where, you are getting married. Zane, I'm gonna let you decide. Just because, you know, we're all inclusive here.
Okay.
Are you getting married to a man or a woman?
A woman.
Okay. So you're gonna marry a girl.
A woman.
And you...
A woman.
Yeah, okay. You're gonna marry a little girl. And you, and you propose to her. You get down on one knee,
What am I proposing?
and you get down on her
This
level.
is interesting. What's the
You know,
proposal?
You get down to her height
Let's open
on
a
one
pickle
knee.
canning company.
Are you not kidding? Come on, man. You gotta stay on the same page with me, alright?
Okay.
Okay. So, you get down on one knee.
Uh-huh.
Okay, did you hear the joke before? Or were you too busy talking over me?
What about how I'm marrying a little girl?
And...
No, I don't think I heard that.
And then I said like 3 times. You get down on one knee, you know, you get down to her level, so you're her height. And,
No, I did not hear that.
and then you pull out that ring and you say, will you, what's her name?
Vern.
Vern. Vern, will you marry me?
Yeah.
And she says...
wait, I'm not Vern.
Yeah. And she says yes. And she says, "Oh, why, yes, young man."
Wait, is she still a little girl that talks like an old woman?
No, that was not an old woman, dude. Vern is an old guy's name. An old
really?
man's name, yeah.
Oh, Laverne is what
Hey,
I
I'm
was thinking.
Vern. But anyways, so you're like, Vern, will you marry me? And Vern says, absolutely yes, right?
Oh.
And then 3-4 months goes by.
Sure.
Okay? You guys have been planning the wedding, but you also have been at each other's fucking throats.
Shit.
And it has all piled up,
Yeah.
and nope, it's not gonna happen.
Oh, no.
She calls off the wedding. She says, I can't marry this man. He is... Why can't she marry you, Zane? What did she say?
Because I won't stop talking about how I want to open that goddamn pickle canning company.
Yeah. And she says, that's never gonna happen. If that... You know what? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? That's where...
As
the
the
leader of the
pickle captain of the Midwest.
Yeah.
Or
And
the
she
Mideast.
says, well, I can't do that. So I'm calling off the wedding. And she keeps the ring.
Oh.
So then you say, hey, babe. That's my ring. I was knocking on my apparently cavernous chest.
I was gonna say, is somebody at the fucking door?
I was knocking on my
Of our-
completely empty chest.
of our grotto dwelling?
And she So before you get kicked out of the apartment, or before you move out of the apartment, did you get kicked out or do you move out?
I definitely got kicked out, dude. I will not stop talking about these pickles. We
Well,
can make them spicy, you know.
Okay, but so you didn't bother. You were like, no, we can still live together.
No.
Oh, so you did move out, or you wanted her to move out?
I wanted her to move out.
And somehow she kicked you out?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's clever. That Vern.
So let me ask you something, Zane.
Yeah.
Were you still paying rent?
Yes.
And then you showed up from work one day and all your stuff was on the lawn?
Yep.
And the locks were changed?
Yes.
Uh-huh. And then but before you got kicked out, you went into her room, which is also your room.
I did?
Because you guys were living together.
Yeah.
And you opened that dresser door and you got your engagement ring out.
Okay.
Which you gave to her.
Yeah.
As a gift.
Yeah.
Okay, so then she sues you.
Okay.
And she sues you for the ring, and you countersue her.
Yeah.
For the fact that she kicked you out.
Yeah.
So let me tell you what happens, Zane. First thing that's gonna happen.
Guys, he's shifted his sitting stance.
Yeah. It's because I mean business now.
Yeah.
First thing that's gonna happen is, you recount this story and you tell the judge. Let's say it's Judge Judy.
Okay.
And you tell Judge Judy what happened. You say that we were gonna get married. She called off the wedding. We broke up.
Am I on national television?
Yes.
Did I shave?
No.
That's good.
I took the ring off, or you tell her. I took the ring
off.
I took the ring.
Oh, I took the
not
ring
off. I don't know why I said off. I took the ring with me, and then when I came home after work, all my stuff was out on the lawn, and she changed all the locks and kicked me out.
Yeah.
So you want your rent back, or maybe you want there was damage to your property or whatever. Maybe you also want like $1,000 for just fucking emotional distress, dude.
Yeah.
And she wants that ring back because it's her ring. So let's say that she explains all of this, because that's, if she was suing you, then you're the defendant. That's really how that would work. Ooh, dude, we got some fucking eyes going on here. Don't mind me, I'm just drinking out of my water.
I do mind you, dude. You're right in the middle of this hot, spicy Judge Judy scenario.
So here's the thing. She explains that story, and then Judge Judy's gonna say,
no, Rosie was a bitch.
Yeah. Yeah, the thing about Rosie is that, she's kind of racist.
Yeah, a little fucking bit.
So
she can turn her ass around and get the fuck out of my army.
Yeah. So anyways, racism aside, Judge Judy would be like, all right, here's what's gonna happen, okay? I'm dismissing your claim, is what she'd say to your ex-girlfriend, your ex-fiancé.
Yeah.
Why?
Why is she saying that to my ex-fiancé?
Yeah, why is she dismissing her
claim?
Yeah.
Because she doesn't have one?
What do you mean?
She has no legal basis?
The ring, you gave her the ring.
Yeah.
That ring was a gift, and then you took it back.
Because it's my ring? Technically?
Hmm? Let's change it from a ring, an engagement ring, to a car. I gave you a car for your birthday, and then I took it back because I didn't like how you were sleeping around on me.
Uh-huh.
What would Judge Judy say to that?
I'm a little distracted by the intense
I know.
fucking scene that just happened.
What would Judge Judy say to that? I took that car back that I gave you for your birthday because you were sleeping around on me. You were on other people's Let's Plays.
Oh my god.
And so I took the car back.
What would Judy say?
And then
that?
you were suing me for the car. You were saying, I want that car back. It was a gift. What would Judge Judy say to that?
Would she judge in favor of you because...
No.
She would judge in favor of the person who was given the gift?
Yeah. Because I gave you that gift. It's yours.
You gave consent?
well, not
For
because I
your
gave
ownership
consent.
of the...
Yes. Okay, that's more complicated than it needs to be. But yes, I gave you a gift.
Okay.
That means that the car was yours. It wasn't mine to take back. Just because I gave it to you in the first place does not mean that I can take it from you because you are the person who owns it. So now it's stealing.
I mean,
for me to take it back.
It makes sense with the car because the title would probably be in that person's
Yeah,
name.
yeah. But that would also apply to anything. If I gave you a computer for your birthday and then I took it back because you were let's play sleeping around on me. But what about this engagement ring? Why would Judge Judy dismiss that claim that your ex-fiance says
because
it was a gift?
You took it with the agreement that you were both going to be married, and now you're violating that agreement?
An engagement ring is given for the proposal of marriage. That means that marriage is a contract. It has to be completed. There has to be an actual marriage. The ring is only given under the condition that a marriage happens. If a marriage does not happen, then ownership of the ring returns to the person who purchased the ring, who gave the ring in the first place. That means that you bought the ring and you gave the ring to her for the proposal of marriage. She called off the wedding. A marriage did not happen, so thus you legally own the ring, and you have the right to take that ring back. It is not stealing. It is not her ring. But she also would give you the money that you're asking for rent or for damage to your stuff or for whatever it is. Why?
Because
your counterclaim, I should say.
Well, for rent, I would assume because we both signed the lease contract, and she's giving me money back for my rent.
Well, I mean, there's a number of things that you could counter sue her for, but the point is that the reason that you would win the suit, your countersuit, your counterclaim.
Because it was her that broke the marriage agreement?
No. There's one very important thing that she did wrong, that she shouldn't have done when she kicked you out of the apartment. Or, yeah, the apartment. I almost said house, but why would you have rent? I guess you could rent a house. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Anyways.
There was one very important thing she did wrong when she kicked me out. She threw all my prototype pickle cans out the window.
No. She changed the locks. That's illegal. You're not allowed to change the locks if your name is still on the lease and you're still paying rent. Because that means you still live there. So she has no right to change the locks to kick you out. Meaning that if you showed up one day after work and all your stuff was on the front porch and she changed the locks and wouldn't let you back in, but you were paying rent, you deserve either A, that rent back, because you couldn't live there.
I see.
You know, that's a common thing that people sue over, where you'll get like a boyfriend and a girlfriend, or a boyfriend and a boyfriend, or a girlfriend and a girlfriend.
Sure.
You'll get a couple,
or a girlfriend and a boyfriend.
Sure, yeah. You'll get a couple that will. They move in together, and then they break up, and one of them just leaves because they don't want to live together anymore because they break up.
Sure.
And then they go, well, I wasn't... They'll just up and leave, and then the person who... they're suing them because they're like, you stopped paying rent. And the person will be like, well, I wasn't living there anymore. So, you know, why would I pay rent? Because you were on the lease. Because you didn't make a conscious effort to find another roommate, someone to a subletter or whatever.
Yep.
So you are still obligated to pay that rent, whether you're living there or not. It doesn't matter. But if that person were to, let's say that this scenario, couple, they break up, and then one person leaves, and another person, the person that's staying there, changes the lock so that person can't get back into the house.
Sure.
And then they still sue them for rent. It's like, well, hey, your name is still on the lease. You didn't pay rent for 6 months. They don't have to, because you changed the locks. You're not allowed to change the locks, because if they were on the lease, and we're not talking about, you know, a situation where they got evicted or something, they still live there. But when you changed the locks and prevented them from getting back into the housing, no longer are they required to pay that rent back to you because you wouldn't let them in the house, meaning that you wouldn't let them live there. So, because it's up to them whether or not they want to move out. If they didn't say they wanted to move out and you kicked them out because you changed the locks, then you don't get to say whether or not they pay rent or not. They don't have to pay rent. Now, obviously, like, there's, like, if you're, what's the landlord? If your landlord was like,
you can't change the locks on my building?
yeah, then, you know, that obviously would prevent that kind of thing from happening. That's why a lot of, like, apartments, you can't do that. But it could happen if you were renting a house, you know, because how are they gonna know? Right? Like, you just go buy a different fucking lock for your door or whatever. I mean, in an apartment, you could still pull that off, but it'd be, it'd be a little bit more difficult for the what is it, a super? Is that what that's called?
Yeah, at times, yes.
For, you know, it'd be a little bit harder for them not to know that you're changing the locks on your door. But I'm just saying that, the point here is that, what was the point? Why did I start talking about this?
You know, for the life of me, I don't think I knew even when you started.
There was a reason.
Let's see. Let's backtrack to the beginning of the episode.
That I brought up.
Because I've been watching so much. Because I watched so much goddamn Judge Judy.
No,
you said that at one point.
Yeah, but it was before that.
I know. I'm just backtracking.
It was something that you asked me.
You were saying that you purposely make it hard for people to sue you.
Yes, yeah, there you go. Yeah, exactly.
There I go.
So like, if I ever got married, or if I ever proposed to someone,
yeah.
a woman, and...
you get to propose to a woman.
What do you mean? In this scenario, you proposed to a woman.
You shacked me up with a little girl. Repeatedly.
That's true. If I propose to a woman, and I'm the one who buys the engagement ring, you bet your ass that I'll be prepared if she tries to take that engagement ring away from me. If we call the wedding off.
I don't feel comfortable betting my ass.
You know, it's like, I'd sue her. No fucking problem, because I know I'd win. There's no way I'd lose. Period. It's the law.
I understand.
You know?
So you're saying that you make it hard for people to sue you.
So if here's the thing, if you lent me $1,000 and you said, Nick, I want you to pay me back this $1,000, and I want you to pay me back $100 a month for until you get it paid off. That's 10 months, right? So then 6 months goes by, or even, let's say, 10 months goes by, and I've paid you the whole $1,000, and then you come and you sue me, and you say you didn't pay me the whole $1,000, even though I did.
Yeah.
What's gonna happen when we get into court?
I'm fucked.
I'm gonna have all these receipts that from pulling $100 out of my bank account. Yeah, $100 out of my bank account every month. And if I'm really smart, I'm gonna have something in writing.
Yeah.
From you that says that I paid you each month.
Yeah.
That way, there's nothing you could do about it. You can try to sue me all you fucking want, but I have proof that I paid you. This is why people... What?
Am I fighting a tank?
Probably.
Dude, fuck this guy. I heard what you said.
Largo?
Yeah.
What did he say?
He said we aren't fighting alongside any Darksons.
Why did... What?
He did.
He's not racist.
He said that.
Nuh-uh.
I swear. No. I swear to the Valkyries.
No, dude.
That he said that.
No.
I mean, I was like...
Then use Jan.
I was like
No, use Largo. You gotta use Largo,
No,
dude.
he's an asshole.
No, you gotta use Largo and Rosie.
Why do I have to use Rosie?
Because... You don't have to actually use them if you don't want to, but you gotta put them in your party because they each give you a CP.
Fuck those assholes.
Because they're lieutenants or whatever.
Ah, fine.
I know, I'm sorry, it sucks. It sucked, dude.
I'm gonna get you killed, Rosie. I hope you know that.
No, because then you'll lose the
CP.
CP.
I know.
Why do you have 3 shock troopers?
Because one of them's Rosie. I wasn't planning on putting Rosie in there.
But why don't you get rid of the shock troopers you have out? Put the, take one of the scouts out
I can't. I just have to...
What? No, or take both the scouts out.
And replace them with who?
Replace that whole line with shock troopers.
That whole front line?
Yeah.
Oops.
And then...
Okay, you said why do you have 3 shock troopers? And now I have 4
I know.
shock troopers.
You have 5, and what I wanted you to do was replace them with the ones that you had already put. So the 3 shock troopers that you had out.
Uh-huh.
Rosie, and then Kevin and Salinas?
Rosie, Kevin, Selena, sounds good.
Those are the top 3.
Okay.
Make sure they're the top 3.
Salinas is already top 3. I don't know where Kevin is, but he's here now.
Okay. Are you sure? Oh, and Rosie needs to be up there. Okay.
Yeah.
So now, take Largo and put him behind that shock trooper. Right there. Okay, now, put both your scouts there. Alicia and then whoever else. Why? Because of their AP. Their action points.
Because they have more?
Yeah, exactly. So you want them in the front because they can travel lesser distance.
Yeah.
So, okay, you're probably good now. So, anyways, that's the point. Like, the point is that, you just gotta be prepared for that kind of thing. You know? Always think about it. Even if it's your parents.
I'm not gonna marry my parents, dude.
Because that happens all the time, dude. People marry their parents all the time. People get sued over the stupidest shit. And you'd like, it's crazy. You watch Judge Judy and it's like,
You know
and it's like, that's always what happens is, this guy owes me money. I don't owe you money, I paid you. Where's the receipts for paying him? I don't have any. Where's the documentation saying that you had to pay him any money? I don't have it. Alright, we're done here. You know? It's like, how do you prove who's right and who's wrong?
Receipts.
Yeah. I mean, what she would do is, what Judge Judy would do is she'd parse out, you know, she'd try to figure out who's lying, and she'd try to, figure out what makes the most logical sense. Like, you know, a lot of the time what happens is, hey, I bought him a car with the, like, here, I'll give you an exact scenario that I'm sure has been on Judge Judy. I don't remember if it has or not off the top of my head, but it's so fucking, like, you know, so fucking
Judge Judy.
Yeah, that I'm sure it has been. But basically, like, let's say dad suing kid because the kid, the dad says, I bought them this car, I put the down payment on the car, assuming that they would, under the, well, no, get a scout and shoot that thing behind the tank.
Thing behind the tank?
Yeah. No, what? No, I got you one even better. Get your snipper. And shoot the thing behind the tank.
What's behind the tank?
There's an explosive thing behind the tank.
Is that a factor-rooney dooney?
That is in fact a fact.
A rooney dooney?
Yeah. Get up to that tower, dude.
That tower right there?
Yeah.
She doesn't even have enough. She gonna be able to get up the ladder?
Yes. It doesn't cost any AP to get up the ladder.
Well, that doesn't make any sense.
And now just hit R1. And then go down. See that thing?
This
right
thing
there?
right here?
Yep.
Hope I don't friggin' miss it. Doesn't look like I will. Okay, so these things are explosive, even though they look like bug zappers.
They should be. Yep, there you go.
Good night.
And now descend. And you can use her a couple more times and shoot the other ones if you want. But so then it's like dad pays for the car, kid was, the contract that they had, or the agreement that they had was that the kid was supposed to pay the car payments. Kid stops paying the car payments, dad sues the kid for not paying the car payments.
That's just sad.
Then the kid, his counter argument to that is that he didn't have have to pay the car payments because the car was a gift.
Ah.
Who's right? Well, obviously the dad. Because no fucking parent who buys their kid a car as a gift turns around and sues them for not making the car payments. That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't ever happen. Is it possible that it could happen? Technically. Make sure... Oh, yeah, you also did all the way. But that's not the point. The point is that it's very unlikely for that to be the case. Right? So what this kid is saying that it was a gift, that's probably not true at all. But you'd want to make sure. So then you ask them the whole story, the story of the agreement, yada, 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 yada.
Oops.
You can't, yeah, you just leave her down there now because she's out of ammo. But...
Out of moi?
Yeah. But it's kind of like, you just got to think about these things when you... Because this happens in our life all the time, you know?
Yeah.
Especially with moving in with people. Like, you know, you're moving in with a girl and her boyfriend, right?
Yep.
Yeah. What happens if they break up? And then, now you're caught up in this lawsuit.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, you know, you need to make sure. They break up. He moves out without finding anybody to replace... Without finding anybody to replace him.
Right.
She can sue him for rent. He moves out and does find somebody to replace, but she doesn't like the person that he found,
Yeah.
so she doesn't let them live there. Now he's not responsible for rent because he found somebody to replace him.
Yeah.
It's her fault that she didn't like the person that replaced him.
Yeah.
So it's like knowing these things ahead of time can really get you out of a pinch. You know, I mean, not that you would be the one suing or being sued, but you could. You would, yeah, dude.
Go back.
Yeah, because he's, like, almost dead now, so. But make sure he's facing, yeah, there you go. And you can turn around, I forgot to mention this, you can turn around after you run out of AP.
Ah.
So, yeah, that was something I wasn't even thinking of the last time that we... Which, by the way, I would like to point out on that episode, I want to show you, really quickly, you motherfucker.
Yep. What did I do wrong? I did good on the last episode. I played a lot of that on my own.
No, but there was one argument that we had, and I want to show you why we were having an argument in the first place.
Okay.
Because there was this thing that happened that you say didn't happen. And it did. It did happen.
Didn't happen, or I said it did happen?
You said it didn't happen.
I feel like I said it did happen.
No, I said it did happen.
I'm pretty sure I said it did happen.
No.
I distinctly remember saying it happened.
No.
Yeah.
No.
That's probably right.
No.
That sounds about right.
Make good use of cover as you proceed.
I just need to find it.
Find it.
I'm trying.
You need to find it. Did you find it?
No. Was it wavy? No. It must have been...
Fuck me.
Oh, it was right here.
I don't hear anything.
It's because I haven't turned up the volume.
Turn up the volume.
I haven't turned up the volume. Okay, look at this shit. Whoops. I just
Well,
realized.
there's nothing to look at, Mr. Whoops.
So now watch. I tell you to walk up to the edge,
Uh-huh.
right?
Yeah, but like next to the door.
Yeah, now watch what you do.
So that you're
Next to the door.
So that way
Right there.
you're
You're
so
perfect! You were fucking
I
perfect!
thought I had
And
to
then
get
you and then
closer.
you
when you no.
and then I was like, "No, no, no, what are you
Out
doing?"
of AP.
And now
So and make sure that you're facing.
Now listen to
almost
your
out of AP.
fucking-
Make sure,
I'm gonna be out of
yeah, make sure that you're facing the See, you had it, and then you just kept going because you're a diddle and you just do whatever the hell you want. You ask for my help, and then when I try to give you your help,
Yeah, it's really
you just do
constructive, by
whatever
the
you want
way.
anyways. So
You're a great teacher.
So then I
went
stopped.
to the door.
So then I stopped
I
fucking
went to the
helping.
wall next to the door.
So then I stopped helping, and then you complain that I'm not helping you.
This is none of.
See?
You're making false claims.
Oh, I'm making false claims?
Yeah.
I didn't know that he was gonna run all the way out around the corner.
Oh, but you were already
Because
stopped.
I went to the door and then I was trying to hit closer
You
to the
were
edge.
already fucking stopped.
So I was trying to look. All
you were
I did.
exactly where I told you to go,
All I
and then you
did-
just kept going anyways.
Listen, butter. All I did
Churn
was
me up, baby.
all I did was twitch the left analog stick. I didn't know that he was gonna go as far as he did. He's a sensitive little guy, and I didn't know he was so
know.
sensitive.
I'm just saying that when I told you,
You didn't tell me to stop.
walk
either.
up to the door and then face the alley, and that's exactly what you did. And I was like, "Good job."
You didn't say good job.
No, but what I'm saying is that I was thinking that, but before I got the chance to say good job, then you just start moving again, and I go no, and you go no, I know I'm gonna fucking do it, like as if you knew that you weren't supposed to do that.
You said no as I was moving. Okay, I didn't have a chance to stop.
no.
It's like that's like if I jumped off a cliff and you said, "Hey, stay on the ledge," and I
No.
said, "No."
But I didn't. That's the thing is, I didn't know you were gonna start moving again because you did exactly what I told you to do. So why would you do any more?
Because I was just trying to
You
inch
want
closer.
Skittle.
It wouldn't have mattered if he didn't move so much. Thanks for the skittle.
Let us know in the comments down below.
If you want a skittle,
Yeah. And,
or if you protected yourself against future lawsuits.
exactly. And next time on Totally Original Let's Play, we're gonna protect ourselves
a
against
damn
future
good skittle.
lawsuits.
Bye.
If you're watching this in the future, make sure you click on the left to see the next episode.
If you haven't made it to the future, click on the right to check out another series.
Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe so that you get notified when we come out with new videos.
Look at that. You watched a video that's upwards of 10 minutes long. Pat yourself on the back.